Would you please hold this while we talk? It's a tool that we use in our business.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, we have this thing called Silly Putty tickets. You remember Silly Putty? You can shape it, stretch it, mold it. Well, our tickets are kind of similar. We can shape and mold our tickets to help fit your specific needs to help increase your sales. For instance, how many local salespeople do you have?
We have 5 salespeople.
Okay. And how many key accounts does each salesperson have?
5 accounts.
And what is the size of an important account?
$25,000 per account.
Okay. And how important is new business to your salespeople?
It's very important.
And you have a business plan in place that's strict, kind of, to help bring new business in for your salespeople?
Not really.
Okay, well, perfect. I can totally understand how it's tough to keep salespeople focused on new business and stay on track at the same time. For example, the first step is to identify the new key prospects that your salespeople are having, like, in their sites. And that wouldn't be too difficult now, would it?
No, that wouldn't be a problem.
Okay, I totally can understand that. Most of my clients have talked to me about wanting to establish good relationships, and that's how you get the new business in, right? Well, having out-of-office outings, such as like golfing or going to lunch, is some of the ways that they help build those relationships. But, golfing is kind of expensive, and if you're not that good at it, it's not all that fun.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, when's the last time that you had a memorable chicken sandwich?
I couldn't tell you.
However, using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to build those relationships and stay on track at the same time. Here's how it works. You'd have one of your salespeople call your key prospect and be like, hey, would you like to go with a kangaroo game with me next week? I have the president's suite. This isn't your salespeople giving those seats away, but it's offering the prospect to go with them. It has that opportunity to build an out-of-office relationship, as well as them having the experience with the kangaroos. How effective do you think 2 to 3 hours of a kangaroo game would be to help build those relationships?
I don't think going to a game will help me bring in new business.
How do you mean?
We aren't going to be able to talk business at a game. It's too distracting.
See, I can totally understand that, and our other companies thought that too. But here's the success that they've had with our tickets.
Maybe this could work.
See, you're exactly right. And those are also how several other clients, if you keep flipping through it, enjoyed their ticket success as well. And what could be even better than taking a prospect to a game if you're in the president's seat, or even with your general sales manager as well? Would you be willing to do this occasionally for the right account?
If it's getting me new business, occasionally is more than fine.
Okay, and do you think it would also be too much to ask your salespeople to bring out one key prospect per month to one of our games?
No, if they want new prospects, one night is totally fair.
Okay, our 6th season is actually around 6 months long, so that would be around 6 key prospects that you would bring in a season. And how many of those prospects do you believe would be customers in the long run?
2 or 3 would become customers, hopefully.
Okay, perfect. Well, just for sakes of keeping numbers substantial to understand, if one of your salespeople brought in 1 key prospect per month, that's going to be $25,000 added to your account. Given the fact that you have 5 salespeople, that's going to be around $125,000 in new business revenue. Do you see how I got here?
Yeah, I can see how you got there.
Perfect. Well, we have been talking a lot about new business, but we also have to consider your current clients as well. And, your competition is going to be trying to build relationships with them as well. Do you think it would be too much for your salespeople to also bring your current clients to one of our games as well?
That's part of their job. I hope they would.
Okay. And to give each salesperson 1 game per month to take out a prospect, you would need around 5 games per month. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. You would need a similar amount of games to your current clients that we would have per month. And you would also need around 5 games for that. You need a total of 10 games per month if you would like to bring your current prospects and new prospects as well. Now, let's talk about the type of tickets that I think would work best for you. Given the information that you've given me, I think that our club level seating would work best. There's no lines, great food, great beer, all on draft, of course. None of those bottles are aluminum bottles. And I just think that this would work best.
Okay, I'm listening.
Perfect. The cost of planned, controlled, and new business effort is really quite nominal for the return. For each one of your key prospects to come to one of our games, and your current ones, of course, that'll be around 10 games per month since you have 5 salespeople. That'll be around 60 games in a season. Now, since this is quite a big amount of games, I promise the investment is quite substantial for the return. Since each of your salespeople would bring in at least 1 new piece of new business, you would have an increase of $125,000. Well, and given the fact that you need 60 games, I would also recommend that you get our full season ticket package. And if you purchase 4 of those season tickets, it'll be around $14,000. Now, how happy do you think you would be given the results if you give this plan a try? With the small cost of $14,000, $125,000 in new business revenue sounds crazy good to me. Would you think that these prime seats would be better in your name or the company's name?
I like this idea, but I think it's going to cost too much.
Well, I can totally understand that, but what do you mean?
We have had a really rough year and have had to make some budget cuts. I have to be smart where my money goes.
Okay, perfect. I've also had other clients with that in the past as well. But you did say earlier, $125,000 in new revenue for the small cost of $14,000 sounds like a pretty smart idea on your part. But what's really making you hesitate?
The cost is what makes me hesitate. I don't know if my company can afford it. Maybe if it was around $10,000.
Okay, well, within that price range, I think I can make it work for you. But we wouldn't have the 60 games that you would technically need. We can cut it down to around 2 games per month, or per client per month, which would still keep you around that 4 to 6 range. But this would also stay in your price range as well. Do you think that this would work better for you? And we can always add and upgrade your seats later.
I think that could work, but I need to talk to my partner first.
Okay, I can totally understand when to talk to your partner. When's the next time that you would be able to see them?
Thursday.
Okay, perfect. And looking at this program and everything that we discussed thus far, what would you recommend?
I would recommend it.
Okay, and do you think your partner would be inclined to agree?
I think he would like it.
Okay, then why don't we do this? Let's sign you up today for our opt-out clause. Here's how it works. You said that you're meeting with them on Thursday, correct? Okay, well, I'm going to mark on here on this document for next Monday. If you and your partner still can't come to an agreement and you decide that these prime seats aren't for you, which is totally okay, you can give me a call and we'll opt out of it, all right?
I'm still not sure. I really want his input on this big of a deal.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll do the opt-out clause and your partner that you'll see on Thursday. And if they still don't agree that $125,000 for $14,000 isn't worth it, I'll totally just cancel the deal.
Okay, that sounds great, but I need to talk with my salespeople.
Okay, and when do you think you'd be able to talk to them?
Friday.
Okay, but Emily, you did say earlier, if you had the opportunity for your salespeople to spend just one night with a key prospect, it wouldn't be too much, right?
I do think it's reasonable.
And you think that the Big City Kangaroos is a great opportunity to help build relationships with your current and past clients for new business as well?
Sure, yeah.
Then, with all due respect, why would you even let them get a vote? If your new business revenue is increasing by $125,000 for just one night, I don't see the big deal. Plus, what if they vote no? I had clients earlier, or this past year, that had their salespeople thinking that they weren't going to use those tickets, but they were dead wrong. Perfect. Well, let's just do this. I'll sit here and I'll get you in because I'll be right around the corner next Thursday at 10 a.m. What if I stop in around 9:30? That way I can answer any other questions and get this deal wrapped up for us.
Yes, 9:30 works for me.
Perfect. I'll see you then.
Okay.